The Wealth Plus funds, the Wealth Plus solutions are designed to help investors achieve their wealth goals. There are three risk types. On the lower end of the spectrum is cautious, and the highest end of the spectrum would be aggressive. So cautious allocates on average 30% to equities, 70% to bonds. Balance allocates on average 60% to equities, 40% to bonds. And aggressive allocates 90% to equities and 10% to bonds. So then the question is, which is appropriate for an investor? Several factors come into play. If you were an investor with a shorter time horizon, for example, you are approaching retirement in the next 4 to 5 years, you don't really want to take on a lot of risk in your wealth goals and your investments, but you want your capital to appreciate on that. The cautious fund would be a solution that would be appropriate for you. If you were an investor that have, say, a medium-term horizon, like for example, this pot of wealth that you have or this pot of money that you decided to set aside is for maybe university studies. That horizon can be 5 years to 10 years, then perhaps the balance would be more appropriate for you. But if you were, say, planning for retirement and your retirement timeline and trajectory is 10, 20, 30 years out and you can tolerate a lot more risk for more capital appreciation, then the aggressive one would be appropriate for you.
And I'm aware that the Wealth Plus funds, they do not pay a dividend. So for someone that is in retirement and need that income, so would you recommend them to go for the Income Plus funds?
That's a good way to characterize it. So the Income Plus solution would be for investors who would need income now. There can be several objectives. One could be they're in retirement, so they're no longer earning and they would like their wealth to generate income for them. Or two, they may just want to put aside a pot that helps with income to meet with daily expenses. That could also be one. But if you're approaching retirement, I guess that's the distinction. If you're approaching retirement 4 to 5 years out, you don't need income now, and that's where you may want to consider the cautious one as opposed to the income.